6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Welcome, everybody. It's Eric Leo 108, the sociologist, philosopher, and hip hop artist, with the Monday update for March 2nd, 2026. I release new music every Friday. I also release a new book every month. That's not true. I can't afford it, so it's probably going to be like every other month. Um, yeah, this month's tracks are M on the Brain, Emma Watson, and Isolation. I'm leaving the second Friday of the month open, probably to promote a book, unless Connor and Nick's put something up to, or somebody put something up for me to respond to. This month's book is called Dark Racism. Should have got that. Linguistic and economic, and is about how real racism is systemic and economic, and matters more than racial slurs from the perspective of a social psychologist. Basically, institutional racism is real racism. It causes more harm to the black community, for example, than just saying a racist slur. So, yeah, I gotta get a better intro for it. It's up at darkracism.com. There's an offer there. You can get the book, and my book, Who's the Goat, is about a guidance system for how to figure out who is the GOAT in hip hop. Okay, so, yeah, I'm currently live on Instagram, School, and YouTube. I go live every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern for a listening party, and 3 p.m. Eastern for I go to live at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fridays, and 3 p.m. Eastern the first Monday of the month for the monthly update. I am on time today. I decided to do the Monday update from my desk from now on. I even did the Friday listening party yesterday. That one was long. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Go watch the Friday listening party if you want a bar for bar breakdown of tracks. I plan on releasing 3 albums so far this year. The Mr. Congeniality 2 album, which has been fully uploaded and you can already hear tracks from them like Carpenter, Livvy, I don't know what else. Then the America 2 album, which is my response to current findings in America right now. Not findings, but how it's a response to how America is unlivable for the average individual. It kind of complements my book, The American Nightmare Project, which will be out. It's March later this month. And then a personal album I'm calling Primary Source Material. I have all the cover arts done for all 3. I sent America 2 to Keanu a couple days ago. I'm in the midst of releasing Mr. Congeniality 2 album as singles. Both Emma Watson and M on the Brain are tracks from Mr. Congeniality 2 that come out this month. In 2025, I released 74 tracks across around 54 drops. I have published 10 albums and 8 EPs, over 233 tracks. I will be releasing every Friday still in 2026. Some of them will be re-releases, as some of my songs got taken down, as we talked about last Monday update. This is your reminder to please subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel. So I can't get these. I'm having trouble getting these features up. Like, I still haven't heard back. I talk about it in here. Maybe I'll just wait to that point. I heard back from Revel, and they were like, we're just white labeling Evera's technology. and they put in a ticket and I haven't heard anything back, and then I send them another email and nothing. So I was gonna contact legal representation right before I did my last ditch effort of contacting them, and yeah, I can't. I'm not getting a response. So then I go to Track Riot, and they're telling me like I have a song with Everlast that's supposed to come out the second Friday of March, um, and I can't get it passed. And now they're telling me that I can't even tag him when that's not what I paid for. So yeah, it's I can see why people have labels if they don't want to deal with the administrative side. Like I wish I had a label for this stuff because it's really draining. So I've gotten 3 tracks back up through Track Riot. There's still like 17 more. So what I think I'm going to do is A100, my one of my mentors and beat providers, and um, I'm in a community of his, is doing like $100 challenge to make your first $100 with Even, and I think I'm gonna put him. I think I'm just gonna make them an album and put them on Even. I don't think I'm gonna upload them. A lot of them don't do that well, anyways. I probably make it's rare. Like you got to get someone really big, and then it's harder to get it passed when it's a big name. But at the same time, you want the big names because they're the only ones that make real money. Um, so yeah, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy, and if I had a label, it'd be different. And I'm working off of like zero budget. So I'm gonna try Even. I think it's Blue. Blue has been bothering me about some people. Maybe I'll mention it later. Uh, Business people. Um, he wants me to focus, it seems. So I got a 1 pass through my healthcare finally, and I can go to a gym now for as part of my healthcare. So I'm going to start doing that. I really got to effort. One thing I've learned from Emma on the Brain was that motivation doesn't cause effort. Effort causes motivation. So it's like if you want to have like a career, you got to put yourself in the career first or the business first to build that. And that effort creates motivation. So I still have a lot of the muscle that I did. I have to eat so much protein still. I still have a lot of the muscle that I did when I was a kid. And if you look at my story that I talk about, I show a lot more pictures there where I was when I was a younger man and how more attractive I was. um, yeah, so I'm trying to keep up with. I think it would be healthy for me to have like a competitive mindset against people like Counter Price. You know, friendly competition. You know, I want him to see well, but do well, and with mutual respect and admiration for each other. And so I think that's healthy. And I saw him the other day with Berna. Is that how you say your name? Hi, Berna. So I saw him the other day in a shirt. Um, the back of his like I don't work out, and that's what I developed. You could see the back of his. You could see that on him basically, and you can tell he works out. He's mentioned it a couple times in his lyrics before too. This is just going to be off the cuff. I'm just going to rant. So if you want to hear that, so I'm gonna dedicate myself toward Even. I'm still gonna. I might go back to. I might actually go to releasing every other week on streaming. Um, the tail is getting longer when I release it, and yeah, I don't. It's not that I don't have the motivation to keep on creating at that level. It's like it's everything comes down to funding. Um, and I don't have it yet. Like I'm supposed to be getting possibly grant money. Um, yeah, maybe I'll find an investor, but until then, it's like I gotta bootstrap it like every way, every possible step. So I'm going to try and build a paying fan base through even. The problem is I have no real fans, and if the same amount of fans I do, and the the some amount of fans I do have, I can't reach because of the way DSPs are designed. Like on Amazon, it says I have like I can't remember. It just went down. It was at 10 fans. Now it's at like 7 ever since I lost the big features. Um, and like one super fan, but I can't reach them. Like they have to either follow me on social media here or otherwise, or I have to advertise to them somehow, which I don't have the money for. So yeah, um, I'm thinking about going locally door to door and asking people for just if they like hip hop and if they do, if they would support a local artist. Uh, because something's got to change because it's like the releasing once a week. I know Russ did it. I know Nick D did it, but it's not working for me. Um, I have like 200 tracks, and it's disheartening that I have like 200 tracks, and it's probably pretty good. Most people would be like, "But you make $100 a month," and I've made more than that. It's just been decreased because of the major features. Um, I still have to run it like a business. Alex Hermo people what's his face? A100 Josh keeps on talking about like getting in the DMs of people and like messaging them to see if they would support. And that's fine for like beginning, but that's not scalable. You would have to for that to be scalable, you would have to put out content. You would have to say, hey, drop a comment in there and automate some message in Instagram that would be like, hey, I saw you like this. I need real support. If you're down to support, here's the link. Um, I know what I have to do. Like, that's a strategy or whatever, but it's not, nothing is easy when you don't have the money. So I have to find some way of increasing my short-term ROI so I can invest things like so I can invest in things like the business and to expand it because I need capital. I still can't get my tracks uploaded. So I still can't get. Come on. Okay. I still can't get my tracks uploaded through a distributor. Revel got back to me and said they are just white labeling Evera's technology, and my tracks and payments are down because of them. Uh, Customer service finally answered the other day, and I was gonna find right when I was gonna find legal help, and they said they would put it in a support ticket. I waited a week and haven't heard anything, so I sent another email and they didn't respond. Do not use Revel. You won't get your money back. I keep on seeing Flossie the boss, which I trust him to take my money, honestly. Um, I can't afford him, but I trust him to take my money. And what did he say? he said, make sure you get a distributor that pays, because if you don't get your money, what's the point? And then, yeah, he's right. People don't understand how good they have it with DistroKid. Um, Now that I'm going through all these problems with distributors, the ultimate goal would be to create my own app, um, with all my tracks, and then maybe feature some other artists. Basically, run it like a label. I want to run it like a label. I just don't have any of the capital for that. Like, so again, my life is on hold, still putting out a track a week when I have all this potential, but it doesn't matter. So don't forget Jesus Christ in the way, truth, and life. Yes, the myth of the sun, I do respect the sun. I do worship him from time to time, and he terrifies me. And that would be the Son and the Son, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Blue is the Holy Spirit. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for your love. Anyways, then I'm trying to get my track uploaded through Track Riot, but their system is latent with errors. I've gotten 3 tracks up in 2 months. Now they're saying that I can't tag features I paid to have featured artists on my songs. So basically, I'm done buying non-exclusive features unless I can get a paying fan base for them on Even, because it doesn't work with streaming. Um, it does work with streaming, but at the same time it doesn't, because it's so hard to get up. I'm going to make them their own album, and by that I mean and you won't have access to them. Oh, I'm gonna make the features their own album, and you won't have access to them unless you make an offer on Even. I'm going to put the taken down tracks as an album, like the Lost Tapes or something, and I have an album full of unreleased features that I'll put up. So I have like 10 unreleased features, major features, but can't get them up. Or if I can, it's like pulling teeth. Yeah. I published Dark Racism and Who's the Goat books and audio. Wait. So what have I been working on? I got the Mr. Congeniality 2 album fully uploaded. It comes out on August 28th. I recorded and re-recorded this America 2 album and sent it to be produced by Keanu. Then I'll send the rest of the primary source material after that. I have the album artwork done for America 2 in primary source material. I published Dark Racism and Who's the Goat books and audiobooks. I also built out the funnel containing my offer at darkracism.com. I'm done making funnels. With the plan I have, it like almost doubles if I get another funnel. I'm only allowed like 5, I think. So yeah, I would make more funnels and I would invest more, but I don't have the capital. The ones I already have are going to be it for a while. I can't afford any more without paying for a service that runs more for the service that runs it. I'm going to publish the American Nightmare Project and add it to the offer at farminghumans.com. That'll come out later this month. Then I'm going to record and publish the Cosmic Love audiobook, and then I'm done for a while. I can't afford to keep publishing books. I have to slow myself down because I can't afford production like usual. I got all my tax documents finished, and I get my taxes done April for free from a nonprofit. If you're an LLC in America, you want to Schedule C. You want to file Schedule C. It differentiates personal income from business income. That took me a couple years to figure out. I am going to start a blog focused on sociology called Sociology of Love. Yeah. I still have yet to send out my first email campaign. I need to, Jesus. I still haven't spent money on marketing. I have no money for ad spend. I've been I've been digging my way out of debt for months. I'm still waiting on some money from grants to come through, like I said. I should find out soon, honestly. I have been keeping up with most I have been keeping up posting a day in the life story every Monday, but I didn't because this week is the Monday update. Um, it's hard to keep up with the ideas for it. The spoken words, I can make it a couple days in advance, a couple weeks in advance, and just shoot the video like on Thursday, which is what I've been doing. But like the Monday stories, they take like an hour or two to shoot. Unless if it's around my apartment, I haven't done one that's not yet, and I plan to. Um, but yeah, they take a little bit more effort. I have to think about if it's about something. I have to think about how to structure it, what I should say for the most part. Um, and then I hash it out with ChatGPT, and then I have to record it. Then I have to shoot it. Yeah, it's a little bit more of a process that's involved. So I'll gladly have a break on Mondays. The last one didn't do that well. It got like 6 likes when the first one, I think the America one got like 17 likes. I thought it was brutal. I thought the American one was brutal. People are like, yes, more of this, please. We love your satire on America, Eric. Make more. Okay. I think the next one is going to be about supporting me through even. The whole goal of this like story thing was to make me tell stories about how you can support me or get people motivated to support me. Um, let's see. I have not been keeping up with posting on Reddit. I need to make a Rob Deerdeck style schedule and stick to it. I'm gonna have to have a bedtime. I'm gonna have to have a time when I get up. Um, I'm gonna have to schedule workouts. I need more structure, basically, in my life, because it's like there's things. Basically, I want to. I don't set off enough time to learn. I'm always learning through whatever I see on like YouTube, but I need to set a time for like consumption of whatever I want to watch, and then something where I have to like. I've been I watched the first 3 episodes of Inequality. There's a special, there's a education speech lecture video by Robert Reich that I've been. I knew a lot of it, um, but there's a there's he's got basically like got a class for free about inequality on YouTube, and I got through the first 3, and there's like 12 or like 13 or 14, and I still it's been a couple months and I still haven't gotten through it. Even if it's like 2 hours, 2 times a week, I probably would have already been through it. So like it's just about consistency, and it's I need to read Atomic Habits because I'm sure it's I need to know figure out how to get into these like it's incremental changes that make you more productive and then lead to your success. So I know it, but I have to like actually do it. I That thing I don't think is hoopla like a lot of the um what is it manifestation gurus that I made fun of in the latest Monday update. So yeah, I gotta and I've been meaning to make a schedule for like a couple months. It's on my whiteboard. I'm looking at it right now. What I need to set time away for. Now that I have that gym pass, I'm definitely gonna have to do that, and it'll give me motivation. I need somebody to work out with. That's why I want to do like that's why it would be a benefit of working out with or working with someone like Connor because I could also use his equipment. Like I don't have access to any of that equipment. Like I don't have access to any of like the stuff that he's working with is way better than me. It's like the infrastructure that he has is like everything that I need. I could also work out with him. He could also keep me motivated. We could keep each other motivated. Um, it's more than just about good music. But yeah, they seem great. But that's one of the reasons like I'm attracted to them. I was contacted by the Extreme Tour to play on their tour. I don't know if I made the cut yet or not. What was I gonna say? I just forgot. I am still looking for an investor, which brings us to Cosmic Love. I think Connor Price, Nick D, and Young Gravy are making Cosmic Love tracks. I talked about the semantics and coincidences in intimate detail in the February 27th Friday listening party. In this in the listening party, I also broke down how an investment in my catalog would be structured. So basically, they would get a percentage of the royalties from DistroKid, for example, 50%. That way and then they would pay for the marketing. So they would pay for the marketing. Money would come back through the distro. They would get automatically 50% until they're paid back 125%. And then they go down to 7% for 3 years after the money is made 125%. And they get, you get a one-time free song. And if we put it, you can keep it, do whatever you want with it. But if we put it on distro, we split it 50-50. But yeah, all that is negotiable. As a quick recap, last Monday update, I said Connor and Nick's Love You song was about me. Then later in the month, they published Scoop, which seems like it's a response to the DMs I sent them, like I said I would, and did last Monday update. I made For Good as a response to Scoop and published it August 27th. I also break down the semantics of Young Gravy's song I Write Hymns Not Travesties and why I think it's Cosmic Love. So I haven't mentioned this yet. I don't know if I wrote it down. Connor and Nick are on tour. Apparently not with Graham though, because Graham is going on a separate tour, if I understand that correctly. Anyways, Nick D and Connor Price are going to be in Royal Oak, Michigan, in like June, and I already got my ticket. I'm going to go see them. So, just to show some love, if we happen to meet and have a conversation or whatever, that's great too. The biggest thing is just to go show them some love and some support. If they recognize me and wanted to have a conversation, we could. But I'm sure he's going to be busy. So. But yeah, the whole goal is to have a good time and show them some love. Anything else is just a bonus. So let me see. Let me just say I would love Young Gravy as an investor if he's looking for more than just some love. I haven't put him in my it's definitely musical Cosmic Love because Gaia hasn't been on me about it. I plan on hitting him back in Girl Talk, which will probably come out later this year. That's the thing, though. It's like cosmic love takes months. Um, Same with Connor and Nick, which is why I bought a ticket to their show in Royal Oak, Michigan in June. I did put it in here. I will be there. I just want to go and show some love, maybe let them know I exist and see if they know who I am. Maybe anything else is just a bonus. I have not listened to my affirmations track. I have affirmations don't work. I don't think they. I think affirmations for work. I don't think, what is it called? Um, Abundance mind thinking, and if you have no money and you're thinking in abundance, you're not it's not appropriate. Like you're not doing what is necessary. It's just what I think. Like this is coming from people that have abundance. Like you have to have abundance. And they say that people that feel rich get rich, but that doesn't, like, what's the percentage of people that I would like to, I mean, it's, you act like it's not, like, if you're disgruntled or ignorant or something like that, you act like you don't get rich. There's plenty of people who are nihilist, I don't want to swear, uh, stupid people that are rich. Like, so what do you say to that? Like, there's everything is broken down into percentages, and my analytical mind is not just going to be like, oh, if you think you're rich, you're going to be rich. You probably would be better served if you would make logical decisions based off of the allocated resources while having not an abundance mindset, but a possibility mindset, as if that's possible. Um, what is it called? I said it before. Manifestation gurus. Um, I don't think manifestation works. I think affirmations do work to a degree, but it's not like you're going to affirmations your way out of ADHD. If I just say that I can focus, I'll be able to focus. No, there's some things that you need actual real world material solutions for. And thinking that you can just affirmations your way out of this is, I think, foolhardy and really does a disservice to people that need real help. So, rewiring your brain, whether that be financial, material, social, yeah. Rewiring your brain will never work or replace actual material resources. People who think you can change your propensity in life with just a mindset and without leverage are blowing smoke up your rear. I'm so sick of hearing about how this or that education will bring me success when everything they teach also needs money for a future investment. So they say just do this, it's free. It's not. Some of it is, but a lot of it takes an investment, or if you want it to actually work, or if you want it, like if you want it at scale, or if you want it at any sort of real performance measure, it takes money. Sure, you can get lucky. I'm talking about things that don't work for people that aren't lucky like me. Um, sure, you can get lucky. It's just like content on Instagram. Sure, you can get lucky and go viral by having um, some moment, but that doesn't mean it's repeatable. So let's see. I said it Friday and I'll say it again. Basically, if you don't have money to invest, just like with any business, you won't get far, which is why I'm still relatively unknown despite having hundreds of tracks. The United States is a piece of garbage that doesn't allow me to keep a standard of security like healthcare and work for that investment money. like other Western nations and like almost all other artists have the option to do. So I have to watch as my peers advance because the burden my country places on my shoulders is so great, I can't be successful. Again, I can't get a loan because I do not have the income to support that type of investment, and I cannot work for it because I can't keep my health care, which if I worked, minimum wage wouldn't cover like my medication and for me to live. It's just better if I stay on disability. Um, like they put you in a pickle basically. I call it a poverty trap. Um, yeah, I have a paper about how it's a poverty trap, and I also put that into the American Nightmare Project. I talk about it more extensively in that book. Again, I can't get a loan because I do not have the income to support that type of investment. This is why the only real option is to find an investor that believes in my product. Otherwise, I will remain avant garde thanks to America's inferior economic policy and doctrine. I don't understand. I don't. I want you to take in how sick of a burn that is. That somebody is in your economic system, knows about it, can't succeed, has as clearly, this is why I say 200 tracks, I'll have 10 books by the end of the year, clearly works for it. Clearly, I am demonstrating that your BS doesn't work. Like, the system doesn't function as advertised. I'm reminded of Martin Luther King, who said, "You can tell a lot about a society by how it treats the least among them, or its most vulnerable members." And let me say, America, you're doing terrible. Anyways, and I hope you see I exemplify that about how there's no opportunity. If the conditions are right in America, you can't succeed. And most people can't succeed. Minimum wage is not a living wage. I don't even want to go into it. It just makes me upset. This is not about that right now. Okay, what was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna go down real fast. Let me see, do it from memory. So I talk about this in the Friday listening party, but so last they put out, Connor and Nick put out "Love You." Then I put out my Monday update. Um, last month's. Then they put out "Scoop," which I thought was a response. So I made "For Good," which I thought was a critique. He talks about uh, red flags in Xmart, which I interpreted from Connor to be like, these are the red flags. It's X, and that you're not Christian essentially. Um, Maybe that because I bash on them so hard, that too. Um, and then what happened? They had philosophies like Socrates and talked about a lock and key, property, shopping spree. Um, I can always remember Connor better than Nick. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, it seemed like at the beginning of it, I didn't mention this Friday, but at the beginning of it, it's almost like Connor is speaking to Bree, and I messaged Bree. I did not message Connor after last Monday update. Like I said, I would get into DMs of Bree or Connor, and which I only messaged Bree and Nick. So it was like the responding to that. Oh, Nick said, "What's the income streams? It's really just the streams, as if you know what to invest in." Um, so yeah, and then the whole thing is about. I saw Marty Supreme over the weekend. The whole thing is about overtly is about Marty Supreme and how they're like Marty Supreme in that they dedicated themselves to a craft uh, without knowing it would pay off, and was basing it off their skill set would bring them good fortune basically. Um, and then so I responded in for good, and then I'm waiting for their response, but I don't expect one because Nick says he doesn't like to go back and forth. Um, and then what did Young Gravy did? He had a song. Young Gravy's always redoing songs. Like he has, it's like Jack Harlow. He takes hits and then he makes songs off of hits. He put out I make hymns not travesties, which was had a sample from I write sins not tragedies from Panic at the Disco. It was a Brandon Urie sample. And then what really got my ear was he said Miss Congeniality in like the second verse. And then I saw that he had 2006 Kalamazoo from the beginning of the music video, and I couldn't find the release for it. I could only find the music video. And then he has he says something about a riddle. He says something about coincidences, and then he says, "Ish was so bussin', I busted accidental." And I in the Kyle Beats collect. I don't know if this was out by then. I think it was. But he made this like 7 months ago, and then in Kyle Beats Collective 2, I think it was alright because I already out because I put it out. I put those out in January. Um, he Bussin' is a song from Kyle Beats Collective 2, and then on Gushing on Kyle Beats Collective 2, I mention him. So, oh, and then I've been following his girlfriend for like a while now. It's been like a year at least. Um, since before she was dating him and was making content with her last boyfriend, because I remember her talking about that. Um, and she put him in the video. He put her in the video, but that's also could be because he's trying to exemplify cosmic love, and he's saying maybe she is one of his. Because again, this is not about me. It's about Gaia communicating through artistry, and that other people would have a reflection in their life as well. Um, but they just don't know how to view it, how to see it. Um, so yeah, that was I write hymns, not travesties. So Young Gravy, what up? Do it again. Or you can call me. Um, but yeah, I don't. I thought I checked right before we started this. I thought Young Gravy might be Canadian, but he's American. He says something about poutine, and then he's like, and then he started that video with he was became a mayor in Canada. uh I was hoping. Um, but yeah, good things to come. That keeps me going. Like that love just keeps me wanna. keep on going and find out if these people actually know who I am and are sending love and could potentially do business together. It gives me hope, you know, that I'm not just speaking into the void. Because I don't do shows, I don't get a lot of feedback. I mean, I know what the people in my immediate circle say, but they all know me. Um, I can't. There's this thing that you learn when you're an artist about how people that grew up with you are never gonna see you as this like superstar, even though you might be one. Um, Things like that. They don't see you. They don't see me as Eric Leo 108. They just see me as Eric. So there's no like allure. There's no mystique. There's no legend. There's no, what was it? What I put in? Who's the goat? Starts with an M. There's no mystery. So, anyways, I think that's it. Good things to come. Gotta find out how to make money. This isn't working out with the streaming. I'm gonna have to really listen to A100. I've been meaning. That's the other thing that I've been meaning. I have all three books to the Alex Hormozzi's $100 million offers, leads, and money models, and I just haven't had the time to read them yet. I'm always busy with something going on to the next thing. It might be good to take a step back. I almost want to take a step back so people are like, well, where'd he go? And then find out that I'm just uneven and that they have to pay for my stuff now. Not that I it's not that I want to make it difficult for my fans. It's that I have no choice in a large respect. I have to do something different because as it's as it's as it's born, it's not working. It could work if I had capital. I know what to do if I had capital, but I don't have capital. And I can't get capital. I can't work for it and I can't get a loan for it. And there's no, like, even if I could get a loan for it, there's no margin of error. That's why I kind of want somebody that's in the industry that would be an investor. It would solve a lot of problems. Um, yeah. Anyway, that's life in the last month. I wonder if anybody's ever going to watch any of these. I'm just talking into the void. It was, Blue has been bothering me about Jeff Bezos and Chase, the bank, Diamond. I can't remember his first name. But they are not in the Epstein files, which was my main concern. Never fucking know. Sorry for cursing. Yeah. This is what I call a compliment sandwich. I'm going to say something positive, then I'm going to give you a critique, and then I'm going to say something positive. I think Blue wants me to give them a compliment sandwich in some respects. He wants me to be prosperous. I'm not necessarily mad at billionaires. I'm mad at the system and how they keep on rigging it. I'm pissed that it's not the wealth, it's the inequality. I can't remember where I said that. I don't think that's out yet. I think that's in the America 2 album. But it's not that I don't like wealthy people. Like, I think of the quintessential example of Samuel Adams and Hancock. they were friends, and Samuel was a propagandist and rather poor, and John Hancock was like the richest, and they often had to, I don't know if often, but they had to come to each other's defense at points in the better cause of winning the Revolutionary War. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. Something about the British, and he got into court, and Sam went and defended him. Anyways, I'm like, I don't think money is evil. Money is good for the good it can do. I'm mad at the system. I literally am like that quote that says, "Don't hate the player, hate the game." You're good unless you give me a reason to hate the player. And that's on an individual basis. Now, indiscriminately, I hate the system. Sorry, I'm making myself laugh. But yeah, I have this idea for an album. It's called The Application. I have one song done from it. It's called Lucy. Um, which, if you want to hear it, you can find it on my website at fiance.com, actually. But yeah, I think Blue wants me to creatively entice them. I'm getting feedback that he's like, I know Jeff was in business for like 5 years before Amazon really took off, and it was like, I'm sure it was a burden. Nothing's ever easy. He got really lucky though. He said at least he recognizes reality when he said he won the lottery with his mom, who invested like $250,000 into his business. Um, but yeah, a lot of people, if they're at where you want to be, he they won't knock you for trying it. It's just the haters, the people that have never actually done anything, that think this is just so easy, that will tear you down. Usually you don't get that from other successful people. That, and they have a vested interest in amenable relations. I only I only make something negative when it's worth it. Whether that's, I have really nothing to lose, so financially it's worth it, but socially, like, I have to watch myself. Because I'm concerned about being right, correct, ethical, things like that. But there's some people that I'll tell you to go screw yourself. I try to. That's what For Good is about. I try to be good trouble, and I talk about that in the Friday one. Hello, you seem a lot like a YouTuber from New York. How to speak every language? Do you know him? No, I don't. I am the generic white guy. I I look like every other white guy. When people say all black people look alike, they don't know that all white people actually look alike. I don't know if all black people look alike, but white people all look alike, and I know this because I always look like someone. It's without fail. Anyways, my when I did substitute teaching, it was Matthew Broderick. All the, hey, look, it's Ferris from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's why when Kanye did Ferris Bueller in Forever, I was like, he's talking about me back in the day. That's a little cosmic love example of when I was mentally ill. Um, and what I talk about in 108, The Story of Discovering Earth's Consciousness, the book. All right, I think that's where we're gonna leave it. Yeah. That's it. We talked about everything. Until next month, tune in again. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. And until next time, you take care, all right? Bye. See you, Instagram.